Barcelona continue to make headlines during the summer transfer window as the club prepares for another busy season under Hansi Flick. The Blaugrana have reportedly outlined a clear plan to bring back former La Masia talent Jan Virgili if there is movement in their attacking department, while initial discussions with Atletico Madrid over Julian Alvarez have finally begun. Meanwhile, football legend Zlatan Ibrahimovic has launched a scathing attack on Ronald Koeman, blaming the former Barcelona coach for the Netherlands' disappointing FIFA World Cup exit after abandoning the nation's traditional attacking style. Exclusive. Barcelona informed former La Masia talent they will re-sign him if there's an exit in attack. FC Barcelona have control over the future of former La Masia winger Jan Virgili, who left the club for RCD Mallorca last summer. The Blaugrana retain 40% of the Spanish teenager's economic rights and also have a right of first refusal as part of the €3.5 million deal completed in 2025. And following Mallorca's relegation, Virgili's release clause has dropped to a very affordable €12 million. Barcelona's plan with Jan Virgili. Now, according to exclusive information obtained by Barca Universal from journalist Miguel Blázquez, Barcelona have already communicated their plans for the summer with Virgili. As per the update, the Blaugrana have told the winger that they will re-sign him from Mallorca if there are any exits in the attacking unit this summer. Rooney Bargi is widely expected to leave Barca this summer in search of regular minutes after having struggled to feature prominently in his debut season at the club. It could create an opening for someone like Virgili to be brought back into Hansi Flick's setup, especially considering that he will be a very affordable option for Barcelona. This comes after Barcelona sporting director Deco already held a meeting with the teenage attacker's agent earlier this month. Virgili to cost only around €7 million. Virgili's release clause has dropped dramatically from €30 million to €12 million, thanks to a specific condition included in his contract. This contractual change carries particular significance for Barcelona. Given the club's retained 40% stake in a future sale, the club can re-sign him for a fee close to €7 million. Virgili in that sense could be a bargain signing for the Blaugrana. The 19-year-old winger had enjoyed an impressive season in 2024-25 at the club, with the Juvenil A and Barca Athletic teams. In his debut season with Mallorca, the Spanish winger showed a lot of promise, finishing with 2 goals and 6 assists. Barcelona have strengthened the attack with Anthony Gordon this summer, but have opted not to retain Marcus Rashford permanently. Moreover, speculations over Rafinha's future continue while his injury problems are also becoming a concern. Therefore, at only 19 years old, familiar with the club style, and available for around €7 million, Virgili could emerge as a potential cost-effective addition for Barcelona this summer. Barcelona and Atletico Madrid make initial contact to discuss the future of Julian Alvarez. The ongoing transfer saga involving FC Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, and Julian Alvarez is only getting started. Despite the differences between the two clubs over this potential transfer, it finally seems as if progress is now being made. Having already publicly announced his desire to leave, it seems clear enough that Alvarez no longer wishes to stay at the club. However, the most difficult part of this whole operation for Barcelona was always going to be negotiations with the Madrid-based clubs. Fortunately, it seems that some progress has now been made. According to Hoda Jordi of El Chiringuito, contacts were initiated between the Catalan giants and Los Calcaneros 3 days ago to discuss the potential transfer of the 26-year-old South American forward. Moreover, the same update, via Rezhad Rahman, claims that further contacts are expected between the two clubs to discuss the matter moving forward. This is great news for Barcelona, as it marks at least some level of progress towards achieving their ultimate goal. However, it remains clear that Atletico Madrid will not be willing to let go of their ace striker easily. In fact, a recent report even revealed what their asking price for the player would be, and it certainly is a rather high price to pay even for a major European giant like FC Barcelona. Simultaneously, reports continue to emerge suggesting that alternative options in attack are there for Barca to consider as well. While some are rather unlikely options, others are considered to be more plausible and accessible as well. Harry Kane, for instance, seems likely to renew his contract with Bayern Munich and will be staying in Germany. Dusan Vlahovic, however, seems willing enough to offer his services to the Catalan club should they be open to signing him. As it stands, the priority is still the signing of Alvarez, but alternative options are being kept alive by the club as well, it seems. Angry, Zlatan Ibrahimovic puts all blame on Ronald Koeman for Netherlands' early World Cup exit after seeing ex-Barcelona boss strip away national team, identity. Zlatan Ibrahimovic has pulled no punches in his assessment of Ronald Koeman following the Netherlands' dramatic World Cup elimination at the hands of Morocco. The legendary striker accused his former Ajax manager of completely betraying the nation's traditional footballing philosophy by adopting a defensive setup that ultimately backfired in Monterrey. Tactical gamble triggers disaster. The Orange crashed out in the round of 32 after failing to protect a late advantage against a relentless Moroccan outfit. Koeman surprisingly abandoned his usual blueprint to deploy an ultra-conservative five-man backline for the first time in 32 fixtures. Cody Gakpo's second-half opener looked to have sealed progress, but a devastating stoppage-time equalizer forced extra time before a dismal penalty shootout condemned the Dutch to a 3-2 defeat. Ibrahimovic condemns negative setup. Working as a pundit on Fox Sports, Ibrahimovic expressed his fury at how unrecognizable the team looked on the pitch under Koeman. Ibrahimovic stated, "This defeat is Koeman's fault because I didn't recognize this Dutch team. He lost with an identity that is not the Dutch identity. That makes me angry. I was always taught, attack, attack, attack. This is not the Dutch identity." Today, Koeman looked like an Italian coach, playing not to lose, whereas the Netherlands always play to win. If you lose, at least lose with your own identity and don't change it. This wasn't the Netherlands I'm used to seeing. You could also tell by the way they played that they didn't feel comfortable. The possession was gone, the attacking football was gone. It just looked really bad, and that was all on Koeman. I didn't like it at all, absolutely not. With Barcelona exploring both affordable young talents like Jan Virgili and ambitious marquee targets such as Julian Alvarez, the club's transfer strategy reflects a balance between long-term planning and immediate success. At the same time, Zlatan Ibrahimovic's criticism of Ronald Koeman has reignited debate over the importance of maintaining a team's footballing identity on the biggest stage. As the transfer window and World Cup continue to dominate headlines, Barcelona supporters can expect more major developments in the weeks ahead.